I'm a small-town boy in a rural state where it takes a day's travel just to get to the beginning of a trip. My national professional organizations have never been a priority with me. For one thing, the conferences are just too far away, physically and financially. I read to keep up with the field, but I don't really participate. About a year and a half ago, I decided to reward myself for completing a pile of hard work by playing a new game called Second Life. I really didn't know much about it. My first day in Second Life, I came to understand that it was a social game with players from all over the world. My second day, I found out about the building tools. My third day, I figured out what all this meant. It meant that the long dreamed of virtual classroom was already here. A few minutes later, I found out that I was not the first educator to have this epiphany. Actually, I was more like the 2000th. Since then, through Second Life, I have gotten involved with a network of educators from all over the planet. I become involved with my national professional organizations in a way that I never was before. What used to be a journal I skimmed or a conference I would not attend was suddenly a collection of people I could interact with every day in a virtual face-to-face way. I re-established contact with one organization and joined another. I got so involved that I finally went to a national conference. I hope to get to 2 more conferences this year, but even if I don't make the physical trips, I will be attending virtually. I've been active in more professional development in the last year than in the previous 20, all because I decided to kill some time playing a game. My only regret is that I didn't start playing earlier. I'm Bill Freese, in both real life and Second Life. A lot's happened since that video was made. For one thing, I shaved. For another, I got involved with AECT's Virtual World Committee. The Association for Educational Communications and Technologies convention is only days away. If October 27th finds you in Louisville, something to look for at this year's convention is 3-dimensional virtual worlds being used as learning and communication environments. Whether or not you physically make it to Louisville this year, you can visit the new AECT virtual headquarters. AECT's Virtual World Committee has been hard at work for months building a space where AECT members from all over the world can gather to interact in a virtual face-to-face way. Here you will find meeting rooms to suit a variety of communication styles. You will arrive at the railway station, a visual metaphor for your ticket to entry into a new world. Those who are new to virtual worlds will probably find themselves most comfortable teleporting to the conference building in the sky. Here you will find meeting rooms set aside for the use of each of AECT's divisions. Many of the divisions have already begun to decorate their new spaces. AECT is an international organization, and virtual worlds allow participants from all over the earth to gather together at any time. Ours is a 24-hour world clock. In addition to the meeting rooms, you will also find the AECT Hall of Presidents and the beginnings of a virtual library. We also have a collection of... Wait a minute. Past Presidents Luncheon, Hall of Presidents. You folks might actually be interested in this. AECT's Virtual World Committee is a very future-oriented part of a very future-oriented organization, but that doesn't mean we forget about our past. Tom Atkinson, our chairman, asked for volunteers to help Lisa Itelamaki, our primary builder. Lisa gave me a list of things that needed doing, and there was the AECT Hall of Presidents. My degree is in history. How could I say no? I started with Michael Melenda and Yu Feng's excellent history on the AECT website and found lots of pictures there. The World Wide Web was helpful, and some of you may already know that I contacted a lot of folks through email. Thank you for your assistance. Images were formatted in Photoshop, uploaded to Second Life, and placed on objects we Second Life users call prims. A wall with 83 pictures on it would have been cluttered and, in Second Life's prim limited economy, expensive, so pictures are displayed in rotation by decade with a directory allowing individual lookup. And now, back to the main story. Those of you already into the spirit of fun that really is an important element of virtual learning and communication environments may prefer to have your meetings in the offices in the train station itself. Here you will find the International Student Media Festival and the Educational Communications and Technology Foundation. Those with an even more playful bent will probably prefer the mountaintop meeting room, the underground caverns, or the pleasant outdoor presentation spaces. The day before the grand opening of the virtual headquarters, we were actually a little worried whether anyone would show up or not. As it turned out, the place was packed. For an hour and a half, there was no room for anyone else to show up. We had to turn people away. When the main presentations were over, we sent out an announcement to let people know there was room, and more people started popping in. It was a complete success. We were pleased. So, what's the future of AECT in the virtual world? Well, I can't tell you for sure, but I can tell you this much. I'm looking forward to it.